See, what is machine to machine? See, machine to machine communication is nothing but it is an evolution for the IoT. Today's session we will see the what is to machine, what are the differences from IoT. Okay, without human invention, everything interact with machine to machine. Means without human interaction, the machine to machine automatically communicate and exchange the data is nothing but machine to machine. See, I am saying example, my laptop is one of the machine, my printer is one of the machine. Without human invention, my laptop and computer communicate with each other and exchange the data. Like this, there are number of machines are there. The machine nothing but a car, anything, a device or a micro oven. Okay, these machines can interact each other automatically and exchange the data without no human intervention. Okay, a network of devices for the purpose of remote monitoring and control and exchange the data is nothing but machine to machine. Machine to machine describes the technology that allows the network devices to exchange the information and perform the action without manual human assistance. The machine to machine and IoT are generally similar in upper layer in terms of architecture and topologies. They are different architecture and topologies. Coming to the M2M overview, first of all, the sensor sensing the information. The information is transferred through the network. From the network, the information is extracted based on the features or based on the requirement what they need, and they process and done the activation. What are the application is there that will be implemented. This is the nothing but M2M overview. See, the basic difference between M2M IoT are they are different architecture and networking topologies. See, M2M is nothing but M2M connections provides within the campus. See, the machine to machine can interact within the campus means a network like local area network. M2M communicates, M2M connects, provides within the campus. Next, M2M storage or process within the network only. Okay. For suppose if I have a scenario in my building, there are n number of machine to machines. These n number of machines to machines are connected over the network. They share or process the information within the network is termed as a machine to machine. Coming to IoT, IoT is different of or deals with the different types of technologies connected over the internet. IoT is more focused on cloud or internet based on the sharing of data. Okay, these are the differences between machine to machine and IoT. If the machine to machines exchange information within the network, is termed as a machine to machine. If the machine to machine are connected over the internet or are connected based on the cloud over the internet and shares the data is nothing but IoT. Okay, this is the basic difference between machine to machine and the IoT. For suppose, consider one example. I have coffee machines. My building has the 5 floors, each floor having the each coffee machine. Okay. Coming to the scenario 1, if there is no connectivity between these coffee machines, means in 5 floors there is no connectivity between machine to machine, then what happened? Coming to the scenario 1 is there is no connectivity between machine to machine. Then what happened? Someone has manually go to each floor and check if there are enough coffee milk is there. Then he or she may have to do this 3-4 times in a day, right? Why? Because they are not connected. These machines are not connected. Scenario 1. Then a human assistance is required to check whether the coffee beans are is there or not, milk is there or not. Like he will go to every floor and check the coffee machine. Then what happened? He or she may do 3-4 times a day. This is a scenario 1. Next is scenario 2. What is the scenario 2? These are connected. Scenario is these machine to machines are there is a connectivity. Okay, the machine has basic sensors, so it can send some information or some kind of notification over the phone or mail or message, etc. whenever the coffee beans or powders fall below the certain level. In scenario 2, what happened? I make one condition. If the beans are below this level or if the milk is below this level, then I have one alert over the phone via the message. Then what happened? He or she will go to a particular machine, then pour the or insert or something. He want to make the changes within the coffee machine. If the beans are over, then he pour the beans like that. See, he or she didn't go n number of times to all the machines. Whenever the machine is required, then he go to a particular floor and he completed his task. This is nothing but a machine to machine scenario. Next, coming to third scenario, if these machine to machines are connected over the IoT. See, in previous scenario, the machines to machines are connected over the network. And third scenario, the machine to machines are connected over the internet. Okay. Let us say the coffee machines is connected to the office system or database. See, here I mentioned that via the information through SMS. Note this, understand this point. In scenario 2, alert will be based on some just message via the phone whenever the machine requires milk or coffee beans. Next, third scenario. What is the third scenario? These coffee machines are connected to the office system and the database. Come on, mute yourself. Hello. Means here the database, the machines are connected to data means the cloud is comes into the picture. Okay. It knows that which employees come and when, what is their coffee or drink consumption pattern. Why? Because the database already stored in the cloud. Whatever the previous information or previously information about the working functionality of the machine, coffee machine, okay, that already stored in the cloud. Based on that information, it knows which employees comes when and what is their coffee consumption pattern. Okay. This way, the machines can optimize when it needs to be top up. Why? Because already we have the information in the cloud or in the database which is connected by the Office system. Then in this way, the machines can optimize when it needs to be top up. Okay. If there is a large meeting or event going on, the coffee machine can check before the breaks and indicates in advance that it needs to be top up. Okay. This way, the devices or machines will be connected. First scenario, there is no connectivity. In that case, the human assistance is required n number of times. Second case is the machine to machine. M2M means machine to machine connected over the network. Then the human intervention will be reduced. Why? Because of a message alert will be sent to the particular person. Next, third, advanced connectivity of IoT. Then in this scenario, it optimizes when it needs to be top up. Okay, these are the three scenarios. From this, we can understand that M2M is the evolution for the IoT. From this example, you can clearly know that what is M2M, what is IoT. Next, this is one of the example of machine to machine. See, from this figure, we can easily understand that when the two cars are collide with each other, okay, an alert will go to the nearest base station. From the nearest base station to it will go to, then the hospitality people will send the ambulance to the accident place. In this way, without human assistance or intervention, the communication is happened. Why? Because these already these two cars, the sensors, whatever the sensors in the cars, already connected over the network. See, without human intervention or human assistance, whatever the protocol required, means the protocol is the ambulance comes into the picture immediately. Then it will go to the message to the nearest base station, to the servers, from there to hospitality. Then their doctor's suggestions based on it will be ambulance will go to the accident prone area and provide the services to the patients. Okay, this is the one of the example of machine to machine. Here the work is done without human intervention or human assistance. This is the one of the best example for machine to machine communication. Next, coming to the architecture, M2M architecture. See, the machines, what are the machines are there? See, it is a connected over the network, right? There are m number of machines are there. They are connected in a scenario of area network. This M2M architecture can be further classified into M2M area network, M2M core network, and M2M applications. See one scenario, whatever the machines are there, M2M machines in an area network that are connected to the gateways. Why? Because most of the work is done at the gateway level. Then it is connected to the core network. Then it will be further, it will be passed through the M2M application. In second scenario, whatever the automation devices, example robots or machines, will connect it to the M2M gateway over the wireless network and finally comes into the application, whatever the end user application is there. These are the architecture of M2M architecture. It consists of area network, core network, and M2M application. In between, the data exchanged or shared over the M2M gateways. Okay, this is the architecture of M2M architecture. Next, we'll see the basic differences between an IoT versus machine to machine. See the differences in terms of application, protocols, hardware, or machine versus things. In IoT, the data can be stored over the cloud. From there, we can analytic an application for remote diagnosis. But M2M data stored in point solution and can be accessed locally over the network. Okay, the data will be shared over the network in M2M and data will be shared through cloud. The protocols are IoT M2M differs in terms of protocols and machine communication. In IoT, focus mainly on upper layer, means there are 7 layers in the IoT. First 4 are the lower layers and top 3 are the upper layers. In IoT, mainly the protocols will be focused on top layer, above the network layer. Example HTTP, DDS, COAP. Coming to the M2M, M2M uses the IP based or non-IP based protocols. In two scenarios, M2M will work. Basically, they used the non-IP based communication protocols. It also uses the IP based communication protocols. Examples: Zigbee, Bluetooth, and wireless LAN or WiMAX. Hardwares. M2M typically more emphasized on the embedded hardware. Coming to the IoT, focused on sensor and interfacing. They are connected over the internet and the networking infrastructure. Next, the things in the IoT refers to the object which are uniquely identifiable and can sense the data. In contrast, MOT have the homogeneous machine to machine within the network. These are the basic differences between IoT and machine to machine. Coming to the applications, machine to machine applications are environment monitoring, civil protection and public safety, energy, utility and distribution Industry example, smart grids. See, in smart grids, smart grid is nothing but today's the electricity is one of the crisis parameter. You want to optimize the electricity by using the smart grids. The energy will be minimized by using the smart grid approach. Next, it will be used in the intelligence transport system, healthcare, home automation in terms of network. See, there is a difference between home automation within the single home. Like that, the N homes are interconnected over the network. This machine to machine deals with the home automation networks. Example, an apartment. Next, it will be used in the military and biomedical applications, agriculture and supply chain management. Coming to the machine to machine features, the features of machine to machines are large number of nodes or devices can be used. Why? Because it will form a network. In a network, there are n number of devices. Next, it is low cost, energy efficient, small traffic per machine or device, large quality of connectivity data, and mainly M2M communication free from human intervention. In M2M, human intervention is required when there is a operational stability and sustainability. In the operation stability and sustainability, the human intervention is required. Otherwise, there is no human intervention. Within the device the machine to machine communication or share the data within the network, there is no human assistance or human intervention. When it is required during the operation stability and sustainability. Next, coming to machine nodes. There are three levels. First one is the machine to machine at low end, machine to machine at mid end, machine to machine at high end. Coming to machine at low end, the responsibilities of machine to machine low end are it have the limited features when compared to the mid end and high end. The limited features are it is low capability, static, energy efficient and simple, resource constraints based on the non-IP support. Next, the functionalities such as it having only the basic functionalities in low end. The basic functionalities such as data aggregation, auto configuration and power saving. Generally, the low end machine to machine used for the environment monitoring applications. This is most suitable for environment monitoring applications. Okay, it having some basic features such as data aggregation, auto configuration and power saving. Coming to mid-end machine to machine scenario, it having some of the extra features compared to the low-end machine to machine. The basic operations in the mid-end machine to machine are it is more expensive than low-end sensor nodes. In mid-end machine to machine, the nodes having the mobility. In coming to the low-end machine to machine, there is no such scenario of mobility scenario in low end machine to machine. Coming to the mid end, the features are whatever the nodes. Nodes is nothing but things or objects. It having the mobility. Mobility is comes into the picture. Means the object or machines moving. Okay. Nodes may have the mobility. Coming to the constraints, it having the energy efficiency feature is mid machine to machine. Coming to the functionalities, it having the functionalities that what are the functionalities provided by low end, such as data aggregation, auto configuration, power saving, as well as some additional features are there in mid end. The additional features are localization, quality of service support, TCP/IP support, power and traffic control. These are the basic functionalities at mid end. Next, the applications, particularly at home automation network, home network, and industrial automation. See, you remember at least 2 points from the low end and mid end. Low end having there is no mobility. Okay. And low end M2M particularly used for the application of environment monitoring applications. Coming to the mid end, it having the features of mobility. The nodes may be the mobility. Okay. And it having the energy efficient feature. And mid end M2M scenario can be used in the applications of home network and industrial automation. Next, coming to the high-end machine to machine. In high-end machine to machine, it has the advanced features compared to the low-end and mid-end. In high-end machine to machine, low density deployment is happen in high-end machine to machine when compared to the mid-end and low-end. Okay, it having the multimedia data with quality of service requirement. It handle the multimedia data with the quality of service requirements. In this scenario also, mobility is one of the essential. In high-end M2M, smartphones are the one of the examples. The applications are in high-end intelligent transport systems, military and biomedical applications can be used. Okay, these are the different machine to machine nodes. There are three categories are there: low end, mid end, high end. In low end, there is no mobility in the nodes. Generally, it is used for the environment monitoring applications. Coming to the mid end M2M, it having some some of the additional features compared to the low end. The nodes may be mobility, and it will be used in the applications of home network and industrial automation. Coming to the high end, in high end there is a low density employment. Mainly it will be handled with multimedia data with quality of service. It is used in the application of intelligent transport system, military and biomedical applications. These are the scenarios of machine to machine nodes. Machine to machine nodes. Next. Coming to the service platform, M2M ecosystem has different services. One is the device provider. Next, internet service providers. Next, platform providers. Next, service and service user providers. Okay, there are different services offered by M2M platform. We will see one by one. This is M2M service platform. From this figure, we can understand that there is M2M area network. See, this M2M area network means some of the machines connected from machine to machine. This is termed as a machine to machine area network. There are three scenarios. From this figure, we observe M2M area network of scenario 1, M2M area network of scenario 2, M2M area network of scenario 3. These M2M area networks are connected or access the network via Wi-Fi and Zigbee modules to the core network. This M2M are connected or accessed through Wi-Fi or Zigbee modules to the core network. What is meant by a core network? The core network may be a device management, user, application or access. This M2M connected over Wi-Fi or Zigbee to the core network in terms of either device management or either user management or either application management or access management. In my one scenario, one application, this M2M area network may connect to the device management. Then the M2M area network connected or accessed through Wi-Fi or Zigbee module to the core network of one of the element of device network. This is the data flow from M2M to device management in the core network. Here, flow of data is different. From this figure, you understand that the flow of data is different. If one scenario application, the M2M area network connected through Wi-Fi Zigbee module, I want to access the application module, which is available from the core network. From this figure, we can understand that M2M area network connected to the core network or the core network module is connected to the M2M network. The data will be transferred via from core network to M2M area network or area network to the core network via the access network of Wi-Fi or Zigbee modules. In core network, there are different scenarios are there. That is device, user, application and access. In two-way, it will be communicated. Okay. The two-way communication will be happen in M2M service platform. That will be termed as M2SP. Okay. In either way, the data will be connected over the access network. In this, the flow of data is different. Okay. Next. Next, we will see the non-IP based M2M network. See what is meant by non-IP based M2M network. Already I discussed that there are two types of protocols are there, non-IP based, IP based. Now we will see the architecture of non-IP based M2M network. See, this is the M2M network. Already we have the layers of sensor layer, network layer, transport layer and application layer. These are the four basic layers in the M2M or IoT. Okay. This is the IP based network. See, IP based network will be termed as a OSI layer based or some OSI based similar approach. MAC or physical layer, medium access controller physical layer, network layer IP, transport layer like TCP or UDP application layer. This is similar to the OSI layer. It will be termed as a IP based network. M2M will be termed as a non-IP based. See, in one scenario at the application level, there is integration is required. Why? Because see, I want to communicate IP-based network to the M2M area network or M2M area network to the IP-based network. In two ways I want to communicate. If I want to communicate this two different approaches. See, IP-based network is different. M2M area network is different. I want to one at one particular point these two networks will be exchange the data or interface at a particular point to exchange the data from this way to this way and this way to this way. Okay, two way. Then in application layer, the integration is happened. Okay. In application layer, the integration of IP network and M2M network will be happened at the application layer. Okay, this is the nothing but non-IP based M2M network. Okay. Next, coming to the IP based network. See, in IP based network, the M2M network and IP network use the same IPs. Means this M2M network work on the IP based Internet protocol based. This IP network also work with the IP based. Means there is no integration is required at the application layer. Why? Because both are work based on the IP based. That's why there is no integration is required at the application layer. This is the architecture of IP based M2M network. Okay. There is a integration is required at non-IP based M2M network at the application layer. Coming to the IP based means both M2M network and IP network use the same IP based platform to exchange the data. Okay, there is no integration is required in IP based M2M network at the application level. Okay, see the these two basic differences. The only difference is integration is required at the application layer at non-IP based M2M network. There is no such integration is required at the application layer, right? Because both platforms, both networks are work based on the IP based platform. These are the two different M2M network. Next, M2M area network management features are fault tolerance, scalability, low cost and low complexity, energy efficient, dynamic configuration capabilities, minimized management traffic. Next, it will be application dependency. Either the application will be data centric application or emergency application or real time application. Okay, in any application, the M2M network will be work based on the application dependency. It will be either data centric application or emergency application or real time application. It has some features of if the more number of devices are there or more number of devices are increasing, there is a scalability between the devices. If n number of devices also increase, it is low cost and low complexity. It having the feature of energy efficient. Why? Because the power consumption is one of the main picture in the IoT. It having the features of energy efficient. Next, here nowadays they are using the real-time scenarios. It requires the dynamic configuration. This M2M network management features, one of the feature is it will be dynamically configured capabilities in real-time applications. Next, whatever the traffic between the n number of billion devices, there is a management traffic. It requires the minimum management traffic is required, or it is a feature, one of the feature in the M2M area networks. Okay, take the break. I will continue the open source softwares within 5 or 10 minutes. take a break for 5 or 10 minutes. I will continue the class after the break. Okay.
Hello, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Tell me. Hello?
I was unable to tell the attendance, sir. Due to some network issue, I have logged out, sir.
When you joined?
7:10.
What time?
7:10. 10.
7:10.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will download the attendance from this Microsoft Teams. If you joined before 7:20, I will give you the attendance to you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
I will cross check from the attendance downloaded from the Microsoft Teams. If your name from your ID joined before 7:20, I will provide the attendance. I will update the attendance, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, 31324 also, sir.
Okay, Amma. Whoever the numbers are there, those who are joined before 7:20, I will provide the attendance. After the 7:20, who are joined, I didn't provide the attendance. Because I will wait up to 7:15 and I will close the attendance at 7:20. Until now, some of the students are joined only at that time. Those who are joined before 7:20, I will provide the attendance. I will cross check from the attendance from the Microsoft Teams. Those who are joined, I will provide the attendance. No need of asking the attendance. Okay. Is my PPT visible? Hello? Next topic, coming to the sources, open sources or some of the sources. Okay, the sources of IoT. See, today next topic we will see the open sources for IoT framework. See, many companies looking for the open source platforms to deploy an application or end user requirement application. Next, IoT tools that can provide robust analysis and interoperability between the connected device, right? This is the main feature of the IoT. Whatever the tools are there, the tools provide the robot analytics and interoperability between the interconnected device. We need a platform. Okay, there are different open source platforms are there. Okay, to connect the devices and analyze the data from the devices through the sensing modules. These are there are n open sources are there. These are the main 5 open sources nowadays most of the users are utilizing. There are other sources also there, but I will discuss the 5 sources which are mostly usable by the IoT users. First one is the Device Hive, ThingSpeak, MainFlex, Thinger.io, Zeta. We will discuss one by one each. These are the open source platform to deploy an IoT application, open source platforms, IoT framework platforms. Next, first one is the Device Hive. It is an open source IoT cloud service management platform, mainly focused on the big data analytics. See, if I have the application or you have some minor or major project, you want to deploy a big data analytics, then we will go for the open source platform of Device Hive. It supports the functionalities such as we want to write a program either in Python, Node.js, Java, and other front libraries. See, it will support the library files in terms of the language in terms of Python, Node.js, Java. So if you want to script, for suppose in lab, we write a program in Arduino IDE, right? That is in the format of language of Python. Okay. Arduino IDE, you write in the programming of Python. Okay. It's suppose like that there are similar platforms are there, similar IDEs are there to support the inbuilt libraries like Python, Node.js, Java, and other client libraries. Provide the scalable to public and private or hybrid cloud resources. It supports either public or it will be used as a private or it will be mixed as either public and private, termed as a hybrid. Okay, cloud resource platforms. It handles single and multi production volumes at scale level. The connectivity devices, whatever if we want to see, the main open source platforms are want to interact the n number of devices and interoperability of n devices. See, these connected devices via REST API or MQTT protocols. Okay. Next, Device Hive offers a robust tools to settle the communication between smart IoT devices. It fills the gap between cloud deployment, embedded and mobile app developments. Okay. These are the features of Device Hive. Device Hive. Okay. It is mainly focused on the user for the main of the users for big data analytics. This API is nothing but application programming interface. Okay. By using the REST API, application program interface or web sockets, MQTT protocols, we can connect the devices. The devices are interoperability and robot analytics between the devices. This is one of the open source tool. Next, second one is the ThinkSpeak. See, ThinkSpeak is also one of the open source software. If you are good at MATLAB programming instead of Python, see, some of the users are familiar with the, most of the electronic people or communication people are familiar or good at the MATLAB programming. They are not such familiar with the Python programming. Then such users can use the ThinkSpeak. Why? Because this ThinkSpeak is tightly collaborated with the MathWorks. Whatever the programming is there, whatever the data analytics is there, that will be analyzed by using the MATLAB program. Okay, ThinkSpeak is relatively young IoT platform that tightly collaborates with the MathWorks. This gives the possibility from timely MATLAB data analysis and numerical numberable sensors over the ThinkSpeak. From this figure, you can easily observe that there are n devices are there. The n smart devices are connected over the cloud in nothing but a ThinkSpeak. From there, the data aggregation analytics will happen, and the visibility or analytics of the data segregation will be deployed by using the MATLAB programming. From the data, we can deploy one algorithm. That algorithm will be deployed in the MATLAB. The functionalities of ThinkSpeak are live data streaming, aggregation, and analytics, data recording for public channels. That public channels can be used further as a private channels. Assignment of public channel to share the data. See, if you have in the public channel in ThinkSpeak, there are two different channels are there. In that channel, the data will be stored based on the channel ID. Okay, whatever the n number of devices connected over the channel based on the channel ID. Okay, these are two channel IDs are there: public channel ID, private channel ID. If the channel ID is public, means everyone can access the ThinkSpeak cloud without any API keys. If we have in the private channel, whatever the data is there in ThinkSpeak, the data will be accessed only a particular user in private channels. Visualization of collected data by using the MATLAB, by using the REST and MQTT APIs, we can access the data from the ThinkSpeak. By using the application programming interface APIs of REST and MQTT, we can update the channel data time to time. The time control function that enables event trigger alerts. This is about the open source platform of ThinkSpeak. Next, coming to the MainFlex. MainFlex is an open source IoT platform. The MainFlex advantages are collection management, core analytics, event scheduling. Okay, this is the, if you want to go for the advanced tools for data collection management and core analytics, then we will go for the open source platform of MainFlex. The functionalities of MainFlex are connect of things via the HTTP, message queuing, telemetry protocol, web sockets, COAP protocols. Okay, device management and provisioning is one of the functionality there. Enhance the data security and customizable API keys. Okay, low OPEX operating expense benefits are there. Both protocol and device Golang and can be developed for hybrid or cloud-based models. Okay. If you want to go for the data collections and management, core analytics, event scheduling, most of the users use it for the Mainflex open source platform. Next, Thinker.io. Already, I think you are familiar about Thinker.io. You are familiar means you are known this Thinker.io. In first class, in first lab, you done the experiment based on the Thinker.io. See, in Thinker.io, it is a virtual platform to create an environment and see the working principle of any simple applications. Okay, it having inbuilt IoT hardware prototypes, some sensors and motherboards. Okay, by using the virtual platform, okay, we can do the some small scale IoT projects. Already in first lab, by using Thinker.io, you done one simple experiment like LED blinking experiment already done by using Thinker.io. Okay, it is an open source platform for cloud IoT projects, small scale projects. The software enables deployment through DOP methods. The benefits of Thinker.io is smooth multi-hardware integration, hardware support for Arduino IDE or ARM based boards, easy to use cloud admin console, supports both iOS and Android mobile apps. Okay, it will highly sensible, easy to use, scale and secure. Okay, this version can be available for both free and paid versions. Okay, if you want to develop a small scale IoT projects, this Thinker.io is used. Okay, whatever the virtual components are there, or IoT hardware prototypes are there, or sensors are there, motherboards that are available from Thinker.io. From there, we can deploy in a small environment and deploy one of the small IoT projects by using the Thinker.io. This is the provide the virtual based platform. Next, last one is the Jita. Jita is the first API based platform. This technology mainly for data visualization and interactive programming. The features are smooth integration with consumer business logic. Based on the Node.js, it can be deployed. Okay, network protocol agnostic, secure connection between the peer servers, SQL sequential queuing language syntax for queries and notification. This is mainly for the data segregation. SQL language is used. Ability to send the data to other analytic platforms. This IoT dashboard is a great number of users are used and number of users are followed by using the Jita. These are the basic 5 IoT platforms not to deploy one application. Okay, these are the most of the users or most of the companies use this open IoT platforms to provide robust analysis and interoperability between the connected devices by using the device height, ThingSpeak, Mainflex, Thinker.io and Jita. Okay. From this, CO1 is completed. Okay. Today's class also finished from these topics. In the next class, we will see the CO2 topics like design principles of IoT and M2M systems. Okay. Meanwhile, ALM, right? Okay. From CO1 also you completed one home assignment also. The home assignment is, note down the home assignment, write on the A4 paper. I will share the link, then you submit that PDF in that link. I will share the link in the WhatsApp. You submit the home assignment. The home assignment question is IoT open source platforms. Okay, this is the question. Open source IoT framework platforms. This is the home assignment question. What are the open source IoT frameworks, and describe the each functionalities. This is the home assignment question. Okay. See, from the course handout, see the syllabus. CO1 is completed. Now next class we will go for the CO2. Okay. I will share the link to submit the home assignment. The PDF will be saved roll number dash home assignment 1. You save name as your roll ID, university ID dash home assignment 1. I will share the link. In that link, you upload the home assignment document of CO1, right? This ends the today's class.
Sir.
Sir,
CO1 అది పీపీటీ పెడతారా సార్? అది
ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు కదా సార్, ఆ పీపీటీ అది CO1 ఇప్పటిదాకా చెప్పారు కదా సార్ సెషన్స్ వైజ్ గా, అది షేర్ చేయండి.
పెడతాను రాజేష్. మళ్ళీ ఇది దీనికి యాక్చువల్గా ఏంటంటే సమ్ సైటేషన్స్ ఇవ్వలేదు పీపీటీలో, కొన్ని ఫిగర్స్ అవి కొంచెము అప్లోడ్ చేయకు.
అంటే కొంచెం అది రిఫరెన్స్ అంటే ఏమన్నా చదువుకోవడానికి ఏమన్నా రిఫరెన్స్ తీసుకోవడానికి ఉంటుంది సార్, అంటే చదువుకోవడానికి.
అది మీకు ఇస్తాను. ఓకే, మీకు ఇస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు మీ వరకు మీరు షేర్ చేసుకోండి, కానీ త్రూ సోషల్ సైట్స్లో షేర్ చేయకండి. వై బికాజ్ నేను చేసే ఫిగర్స్ అంతా కంటెంట్ అనేది ఏంటంటే సమ్ డిఫరెంట్ సైట్ నుంచి తీసుకున్నవి, కానీ దానికి సైటేషన్స్ ఇవ్వాలన్నమాట. ఈ పీపీటీలో సైటేషన్స్ ఇవ్వలేదు, అందుకని చెప్తున్నా. బిట్వీన్ ది స్టూడెంట్స్ షేర్ చేసుకోండి, ఇబ్బంది ఏమి. I will share that PPT in the chat box.
ఓకే సార్. సార్ అది సార్ ఒకసారి హోమ్ అసైన్మెంట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేస్తారా సార్ ఒకసారి?
అమ్మా, IoT open source framework tools. Last topic amma. Today I discussed the last topic na. Open source IoT
framework sir.
Frameworks.
Platform.
Open source. Platform is also same, framework also same.
Yes sir.
See, not to connect the devices on platform is required. That is a open source platform.
Okay sir.
Whatever the topic today is discussed in the last class, open source IoT framework, that is the home assignment.
Okay sir.
Now I will share the PPT in the chat box. Please go to the.
Sir.
Tell me.
Please add me in private section, sir.
Your number? Already I added.